Welcome back, space enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating cosmic mysteries of recent times. Back in 2017, astronomers discovered an interstellar object named Oumuamua, which quickly became a puzzle for scientists worldwide. Unlike anything we've seen before, Oumuamua's strange behavior and trajectory left many questions. In response, a bold mission known as Project Lyra was proposed to explore and possibly catch up with this mysterious visitor from another star system. Let's break down how Project Lyra aims to tackle this interstellar challenge, what mysteries it hopes to unravel, and why it matters for the future of space exploration. Back in 2017, an unusual visitor shot through our solar system at breakneck speeds. This mysterious object, named Oumuamua, meaning scout or messenger from afar in Hawaiian, was the first interstellar object humanity ever detected. But by the time we realized it was passing by, it was already on its way out. We barely had time to gather data, so to this day, we're left with more questions than answers. What is it? Where did it come from? Now, several research groups are seriously considering sending a mission after it. But there's a catch: Oumuamua is already over 6 billion kilometers away. Could we even catch up? And if we did, would there be easier ways to unravel the mysteries it left behind? I'm Alex McColgan, and this is Astrum. Join me as we dive into the big questions Oumuamua raised, the daring missions scientists are proposing to reach it, and how we're gearing up to be ready next time another interstellar traveler swings by. What transformed Oumuamua from just an observational curiosity into a full-blown mystery was what happened as it passed by the Sun. On September 9, 2017, Oumuamua reached its closest point to the Sun, flying at an astonishing 87 kilometers per second. But here's where things got strange. As it moved back into space, instead of slowing down as expected, it inexplicably sped up, defying the pull of the Sun's gravity. Rob Wyrick, the astronomer credited with its discovery, put it plainly: its motion couldn't be explained by any typical asteroid or comet orbit. In theory, comets can accelerate when they get close to stars' volatile materials, in them heat up and release gas, creating a tiny push. If Oumuamua had shown signs of this outgassing, we could shrugged it off as just another comet. But it didn't. There was no coma, no tail. Even data from the Spitzer Space Telescope confirmed it was at least 10 times shinier than any typical comet. This led to an intense debate among scientists that still rages on. Could Oumuamua be an asteroid? A comet? Or something less natural? Could Oumuamua actually be an artificial creation, a sign of alien life? We can't say for sure, but we do know one thing: it came from an incredibly distant place. To try and pinpoint Oumuamua's origins, astronomers traced its trajectory back across millions of years. The path led in the direction of Vega, a bright star in the Lyra constellation. They even identified 4 possible stars that could be its home, some as far as 81 light-years away. Yet, no definitive origin story has emerged. Now, Oumuamua is over 6 billion kilometers from us, moving at 26 kilometers per second toward the Pegasus constellation, about as far as Voyager 1 was when it captured the iconic pale blue dot image. Whether or not Oumuamua is alien technology, it's already historic as the first confirmed interstellar object to enter our solar system. No wonder scientists are eager to learn more. We spotted it only 40 days after it passed closest to the Sun, but even then, it was already 33 million kilometers from Earth. Ground and space telescopes went into overdrive, racing to capture data before it slipped away. But by mid-December, just 2 months later, it was already too faint and too fast for even our most powerful telescopes. With only limited data and a mountain of unanswered questions, some researchers are beginning to think that the only way forward is... One of the most promising ways to learn more about Oumuamua is to send a mission after it. But chasing down this enigmatic object comes with some serious challenges, and there are 3 main hurdles we have to overcome. First, we need to reach the incredible speed necessary to catch up. Oumuamua is over 6 billion kilometers away, zipping through the cosmos at a staggering 26 kilometers per second. No chemical rocket we have today can even come close to that speed, making a rendezvous seem nearly impossible. Once we manage to catch up, the second challenge kicks in. We have to decelerate enough to actually study the object. If we don't slow down, we'll just zip right past Oumuamua, missing our chance to gather any scientifically valuable data. And third, we face the daunting task of locating such a small object in the vastness of the galaxy. Remember, Oumuamua is only about 1,000 meters long, tumbling through the emptiness of interstellar space. But these challenges haven't deterred researchers from crafting ambitious plans to pursue it. While reaching the necessary speeds is tough, one clever method involves using gravity assists from other planets. One of the most notable proposals comes from Project Lyra, launched by the Initiative for Interstellar Studies. They've laid out two potential trajectories for a probe. The first requires 3 distinct changes in velocity. We'd start by accelerating the probe out of Earth's orbit and sending it toward Jupiter. Once it reaches Jupiter, the probe would slow down just enough to fall toward the Sun. This maneuver requires less energy than launching directly from Earth, since Jupiter's orbital velocity is less than half that of Earth. As our probe approaches the Sun, it will be moving at its fastest as the rocket engines roar to life. They unleash the maximum acceleration possible, given the fuel on board a strategy known as the solar Oberth maneuver. By leveraging this technique, researchers estimate that their probe could blast out of the solar system at a jaw-dropping speed of over 70 kilometers per second. That's definitely fast enough to catch up with Oumuamua, but there are still a few hurdles to overcome. First, getting that close to the Sun requires a robust heat shield to protect the probe from intense temperatures. The good news is that the technology for such a shield is already in existence. The Parker Solar Probe utilized a similar design. The downside? It weighs in at 72.5 kilograms, which limits how much other equipment we can carry. Next, the route from Earth to Jupiter, then swinging around the Sun and back out to Jupiter to gain the right trajectory, is quite a long journey. Fortunately, there's a more efficient path we can take. Finally, this plan involves maneuvers that have never been tested in a real mission before, giving it a low technology readiness rating. And if you've watched my video about falling into the Sun, you know just how challenging that can be. But don't worry, there's another way to chase down Oumuamua. The second trajectory proposed by Project Lyra goes like this. First, we launch from Earth, then swing around Venus before making a pass by Earth again. Next, we conduct a deep space maneuver to reorient the probe before finally using a gravity assist from Jupiter to catapult our craft directly toward Oumuamua. This alternative plan doesn't need a heat shield, follows a much shorter trajectory, and will result in a slower final speed for our probe as it ventures into interstellar space. This means it will be easier to decelerate as we approach Oumuamua, allowing us to gather better data. Project Lyra has pinpointed at least 2 viable missions, with launch windows set between 2030 and 2033, aiming for an arrival at Oumuamua by 2048. Marshall Eubanks, one of the mission designers for Project Lyra, believes that a mission to Oumuamua is inevitable. After all, researchers are already drafting proposals for missions to exoplanets in other solar systems. Even a century from now, Oumuamua will still be much closer than those distant destinations. But is there a better way to gather the data we're after? Imagine if we could have anticipated Oumuamua's arrival months in advance, instead of only realizing it after it had already zipped past. Astrobiologist Karen Meach from the University of Hawaii, who played a key role in characterizing Oumuamua after its discovery, believes we'll soon have the capability to do just that for other interstellar visitors that may cross our path. NASA estimates that an interstellar interloper like Oumuamua passes through the inner solar system about once a year. Since these interstellar visitors are so small that they often slip under our radar. But that's all about to change. The Lyra C. Rubin telescope, set to become operational next year, will be capable of spotting these elusive objects a full 3 months earlier than the telescope that detected Oumuamua. Plus, it's gearing up to create the Legacy Survey of Space and Time, a massive database that will compile 2 million images taken over a decade. This treasure trove of data will be perfect for tracking changes in the night sky, including the paths of comets and asteroids. A 2023 paper even estimated that the LSST could uncover as many as 70 Oumuamua-like objects each year. Another exciting initiative aimed at understanding interstellar objects is the European Space Agency's Comet Interceptor mission, which is set to launch in 2029. This mission will park a probe in space for up to 3 years, waiting for a comet or interstellar object to fly by. When the moment is right, the probe will spring to life and conduct a close-range flyby, creating a 3D map of the object. This will be the first mission ever launched without a known target. However, there's a catch. We don't know how long we might have to wait for another object like Oumuamua to cross our path. It would be a real disappointment if we invested all that time, energy, and money only to have no interstellar visitors in sight during that period. And unfortunately, these upcoming methods won't provide any data on Oumuamua itself, as it has already drifted too far away for us to reach. If we simply wait for another interstellar object to appear, we risk losing the chance to capture new data about Oumuamua with any of our telescopes. The answers we seek could fade into the dark depths of interstellar space. Considering these alternatives, maybe launching an interstellar probe to chase down Oumuamua isn't such a far-fetched idea after all. It's technically feasible. There's nothing about this mission that defies our current knowledge and technology. But what about the economic viability? Space missions require a wealth of resources, time, money, materials, and expertise. Perhaps it would be wiser to let go of the answers that Oumuamua could provide, trusting that if it happened once, it will happen again, and eventually our solar system will welcome another interstellar visitor. Ultimately, it boils down to this: how much are we willing to invest to satisfy our curiosity? Researchers at Project Lyra are weighing the potential costs and benefits. Is it worth it? That's the fascinating yet frustrating irony of the situation. Unless we take that leap of faith, we'll never truly know. And speaking of mysteries, while I mentioned that no one knows what caused Oumuamua to accelerate past the sun, I didn't mention that we've identified 6 other objects exhibiting similar non-gravitational acceleration. They're known as dark comets, and 6 have been. What about those 6 other objects that have been discovered so far? Are they the cousins of Oumuamua, or is it just a coincidence? Stick around to find out. The sun shines brightly in the sky, a beacon that everyone can see. But for us humans, being similarly visible isn't always a good thing. It can be alarming to think about what people can do when they have enough information about us. From elaborate phishing emails that look convincing to harassment and stalking, I've seen loved ones nearly fall victim to scams simply because a hacker gained access to a single password and infiltrated their email accounts. That's where today's sponsor, Delete Me, comes in, keeping us out of the spotlight and in the shadows where we need to be. Delete Me takes on data brokers, those companies that collect our information every time it slips into the public domain, and then sell it to anyone willing to pay. They do this by formally requesting that our data be deleted from these companies. I signed up for Delete Me back in August, and they've already contacted over 100 data broker companies on my behalf, something I'd never have the time to do myself. It feels great to know that my data isn't circulating as easily anymore, and it won't be in the future either. Plus, Delete Me runs regular scans to ensure my information doesn't get re-uploaded. Want to take control of your data? Scan my QR code or click the link in the description to join Delete Me at join.deleteme.com/astrum. And if you use my promo code ASTRUM at checkout, you'll get 20% off. I want to give a massive shout out to our amazing astronauts on Patreon. Our community is really thriving, and I've absolutely loved reading all your messages and comments over there. If you'd like to join the fun, just check out the link in the description to become an astronaut and help bring more stability to the channel than the algorithm ever could. In October 2017, scientists observing the skies made an incredible discovery: a mysterious cigar-shaped object hurtling through our solar system at an astonishing speed. This object, named Oumuamua, meaning scout or messenger in Hawaiian, was unlike any asteroid or comet seen before. It was elongated, had an unusual tumbling motion, and didn't show any comet-like activity, such as a tail or gas emissions. But what truly set it apart was its trajectory. Oumuamua wasn't orbiting the sun, it was simply passing through. This marked it as the first known interstellar object to visit our solar system, raising countless questions about its origin, composition, and purpose. One of the most baffling aspects of Oumuamua is its acceleration. As it traveled away from the sun, it appeared to speed up in a way that couldn't be explained by gravitational forces alone. Typically, comets accelerate due to outgassing, where gas and dust push the object forward. But Oumuamua showed no signs of this. Some scientists theorized that it might be made of hydrogen ice, which could explain its propulsion without visible outgassing. Others even speculated it could be an artificial probe from another civilization. The mystery of its movement remains unsolved, making it one of the most debated astronomical discoveries in recent years. Enter Project Lyra, an ambitious proposal developed by a team at the Initiative for Interstellar Studies. I-4 is the goal: to design a mission capable of reaching Oumuamua and studying it up close. Project Lyra aims to answer the questions left behind by its unexpected visitor by launching a high-speed spacecraft capable of catching up with Oumuamua before it leaves our solar system for good. To do so, scientists are exploring advanced propulsion systems, including nuclear and solar sails, which could generate the speeds necessary to intercept an object moving so quickly. It's a plan that challenges our current engineering capabilities, but holds immense potential for future interstellar exploration. One of the greatest hurdles for Project Lyra is speed. Oumuamua is traveling so fast that traditional rockets won't be able to catch up. To address this, scientists are considering cutting-edge propulsion methods like solar sails, which harness the power of sunlight for propulsion, and nuclear thermal rockets that use nuclear reactions to achieve high thrust. Each method has its challenges. Solar sails need a close approach to the sun, while nuclear propulsion requires safe handling of radioactive material. Despite these obstacles, developing such technologies could set a new standard for deep space exploration, opening doors for future missions to explore other interstellar objects. Project Lyra isn't just about solving the mystery of Oumuamua. It represents a significant step forward for humanity's ability to explore beyond our solar system. Catching up with an interstellar object requires advanced technology and international collaboration, pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve in space exploration. If successful, Project Lyra could serve as a prototype for future missions that might one day travel to nearby star systems. Welcome to Blessovia Science TV, where we take you on an exhilarating journey through the cosmos and unravel the mysteries of science. We are excited to offer you the opportunity to become a valued member of our ever-growing community of cosmic enthusiasts and knowledge seekers. Exclusive access to cosmic content. As a member of Blessovia Science TV, you will gain exclusive access to a treasure trove of cosmic content, including documentaries, interviews with leading scientists, space missions updates, and awe-inspiring visualizations of the universe, live Q, and sessions with experts. Your membership will grant you the chance to participate in live Q and sessions with renowned scientists, astronomers, and space explorers. Get your burning questions answered by those who push the boundaries of human knowledge. Embark on a journey that spans the cosmos and join us in unraveling the secrets of the universe. Become a Blessovia Science TV member today, and together we will reach for the stars. Thanks for watching. subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to leave your comment.